Welcome. It really is a beautiful day, right? Thank you so much for being here. My name is Matthew Scanlon. I'm the principal of Phillipsburg High School. Today's a beautiful day, and it's a beautiful day to welcome to Bellis Field and Maloney Stadium the class of 2022 to celebrate Phillipsburg High School's 148th commencement ceremony. And to those at home watching via live stream, parents, grandparents, relatives, friends, family, and community members, I want to thank you, and staff and administration who are at home as well. Thanks so much for being present to share in this special event. And now, please rise if you are able, as graduate Jacob Gumelak performs the national anthem. Thank you so much, Jacob. Great job, great job. I would like to now acknowledge our honored guests this morning. First, the administrative team at Phillipsburg High School who is here today, who are able to call the graduates in just a little while, Mr. Kyle Rovey and Mr. John Stillo. Our directors, Mr. Ryan Dietz, Mr. Kyle Fleming, and Dr. James Gonzalez are here. And next, Central Office Administration and the Phillipsburg Board of Education, who, as always, continue to champion and support the academic, the athletic, and the artistic endeavors of our students. Please stand as I call your name. Dr. Gregory Troxel, Superintendent of Schools. Ms. Stacy Horn, School Business Administrator. Mr. John Finken, Administrator of Special Services. And the members of our Phillipsburg Board of Education with us today, Mrs. Rosemary Prasan, Mr. Timothy Zagra, Mrs. Vicky Mendez Branch, Mrs. Sarah Mendoza, Mrs. Kathy Morgan, Mrs. Nancy Nelson, and Mr. Kevin Bain, and our dignitaries and honored guests who are here with us today. The Mayor of Phillipsburg, Mr. Todd Tersigny, our Mayor of Lopatcong, and our Director of Facilities is with us today, Mr. James Mengucci, Mr. Seth Cohen, CSA of Alpha School District, Brooke Hunter, our junior class officer, is here as well, Dr. Raphael LaForgia, Principal of Phillipsburg Middle School. Mr. Bill Horn is here with us, Assistant Principal, and Mrs. Diane Mandry, our Superintendent of Powhatan District. Thank you so much for being here today to celebrate this special event. Please be seated. Also with us this morning is the family of posthumous class of 2022 graduate Jacob Greco. Behind me, you will notice a chair in the front row. It is adorned with a graduate gown and sunflowers, of which Jacob was so fond. To honor him, this morning's ceremony will be dedicated to his name. And when the graduates are called to retrieve their diploma covers during the presentation of the class, with other members of his family in attendance, Jacob's mom, Stacy Gravina, and his two brothers, Alexander and Joshua Greco, will cross the stage for him. Ladies and gentlemen, the Central Office Administration, Phillipsburg Board of Education, and our honored guests. Graduates and families, there are many levels and hard work that go into putting together a day like today to make it so beautiful, to make it safe, and to make it so ordered. So many thanks to Mayor Tersigni and the Phillipsburg Police Department for helping plan this event. Thanks to the faculty and the staff you saw on the field and behind the scenes. Our security team, local law enforcement, secretaries, maintenance staff who dried off your seats this morning. The staff who helped out yesterday and they're here today. To the technology team who make sure you can hear us and see us on the live stream. Our advisors, Ashley Gonzalez and Jenna Sokolowski, our security team, and again, our maintenance and custodial staff who worked so hard and diligently behind the scenes to provide this beautiful event. To all of you, on behalf of our graduates, thank you so much. And at this time, it is my honor to introduce the salutatorian of the class of 2022. The salutatorian is traditionally invited to deliver the welcome to our commencement audience, and I am very happy to invite to the stage Mr. Michael Giuliano. Michael is the son of Karen and Paul Giuliano. He's a National Merit Scholar, commended student, the 2022 Diocese of Metuchen St. Timothy Award recipient, and coaches soccer for St. Philip and James School. Michael served as the captain of the boys soccer team, is a National Honor Society member. And this fall, Michael will attend Drexel University, where he will begin his studies toward a degree in biomedical engineering, and it makes me very proud to introduce Michael Giuliano.
Good morning. Welcome to all students, family, friends, staff, faculty, board members, and administration to the graduation ceremony of the Phillipsburg High School class of 2022. My name is Michael Giuliano, and I am honored to be named the salutatorian, allowing me to welcome and thank all of you for joining us here today. Those of you who know me know the stage is not my favorite place to be, so I won't take up too much of your time today. First, on behalf of the class of 2022, I would like to recognize and thank the administration, teachers, and staff. When you welcomed us to PHS as freshmen, none of us had any idea what the next 4 years would hold. As it turns out, these past 4 years demanded more of you than we could possibly fathom. And for our benefit and well-being, you met the historic challenges presented by the pandemic. Our success today is your success. It is born of your personal sacrifice and commitment to our futures, and while we can never fully repay you, we will work every day to make you proud of us. Next, to our family and friends who joined us here today to celebrate this milestone in our lives. We thank you for the endless support you have given us and continue to provide. We cannot be here without your endless support. I'm sure that you all have worried about us over the last 4 years, whether it was our safety, our education, our social network, or whether one day we may actually wake up on time. No promises on that last one, but I can assure you that your foundation of love and support will be carried on with us forever. To my fellow students, I would like to both congratulate and thank all of you. We could not have done this without each other. We are forever bound by our countless experiences together. Whether we're struggling through Shakespeare, trying to remember the quadratic formula, working at practices, or organizing club meetings, we had each other's backs. That is how we made it here today. We are all about to undergo a dramatic change. We will be going off to college, going to trade school, enlisting in the military, or starting a job. This transition is exciting yet terrifying at the same time. I don't know about all of you, but I still feel like the nervous 14-year-old who walked into the massive high school for the first time, completely unprepared for what was to come. Now, instead of walking into the big new high school, we're taking our first steps into the real world. It is okay to be afraid and to not have all the answers. As President Barack Obama said, all those adults who used to think were in charge and knew what they were doing, turns out they don't have all the answers. A lot of them aren't even asking the right questions. So if the world's going to get better, it's going to be up to you. So let's ask those questions. Let's find the answers. Let's take charge of our future, and let's embrace this new world ahead of us, because no one is going to do it for us. So let's do it, class of 2022. We can change the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Gregory Troxel, Superintendent of the Phillipsburg School District, who will certify this group of students as superintendent for graduation. Dr. Troxel.
Thank you, Dr. Scanlon. It is my pleasure to be here this morning. I bring greetings and congratulations from the Central Office Administration and members of the Phillipsburg Board of Education to all of our graduates for this wonderful accomplishment. My role as superintendent is to certify the class of 2022. As such, I will read the following. As superintendent of schools in the Phillipsburg School District, I certify that all 406 members in the Phillipsburg High School class of 2022 have completed a course of study that has been adopted by the Phillipsburg Board of Education and approved by the New Jersey Department of Education. At this time, Principal Scanlon, the graduates are entitled to receive their diplomas. Congratulations and best wishes to the class of 2022.
Thank you, Dr. Troxel. And now, as tradition dictates, we will now recognize each graduate by calling their name. Graduates will approach the stage and retrieve their diploma cover from the table behind me. And announcing the names of our graduates today are Assistant Principals Kyle Rovey, John Stillo, and also Jenna Sokolowski will be calling names. Ms. Patterson, would you please lead the graduates to the stage?
Introducing Phillipsburg High School, class of 2022, top 10. Julia Patterson, valedictorian. Michael Giuliano, salutatorian. Timothy Bachman Jr., Matthew Catiliano, Craig Eagleberger, Ryan Greenan, Sean Latner, Marianne Lopes, Zoha Raja, Evan Willie. Introducing the class of 2022, Alexander Abenshine, Chizomaga Achalanu, Johan Alejandro Lopez, Nova Allen, Dominica Alvia Chunga, Amanda Amaral, Giovanna Amaral, Tarun Ambarasu, Manaya Anderson, Kiera Andrachek, Peyton Orkatowski, Jacob Greco posthumously. Accepting Jacob's diploma will be his mother, Stacy Gravina, and his brothers, Alexander and Joshua Greco. Jenna Aw, Angeli Ayala Vella, Lonnie Ayers, Olivia Bacho, Diamond Ballard, Christopher Ballinger, Shahid Barnes, Nicholas Bass, Lillian Bastos, Hannah Beck, Vince Bedoya, Aiden Bittenmaster, Alexander Bittenmaster, Mariska Block, Adelaide Bobson Mensa, Haley Bodine, Haley Boger, Alexandria Bohall, Josh Barilli, Romario Bowen, Bryce Boyer, Anthony Brideson, Rosiah Brown Smith, Nevaeh Bruck, Benjamin Brunson, Alexa Bryan, Melissa Burke, Andrew Bonacore, Owen Bird, Colin Cabral Castro, Kellen Calderon Murillo, Shakayla Campbell, Tristan Canzano, Connor Capetta, Benjamin Capron, Catherine Carroll, Jasmine Carter, Kayla Carter, Erica Casanelli, Gabrielle Cassidy, Kenneth Castellano, Wilmer Castillo, Reina Castro Gomez, Jessica Catanzaro, Juliana Call, Trevor Cecere, Kyle Chambergo, Nick Chambergo, Scene Floor Charleston, Faith Charosnik, Brian Sharavalli, Christopher Chirinos, Nolan Chuli, Abdaziz Sharif, Nevada Christian, Mia Simonecki, Jacqueline Clark, Maya Clement, Namir Clemens, Dean Cochio, Claudette Kojo, Jalea Coleman, Anijah Collins, Janine Collins, Joshua Colon, Elizabeth Cooper, Gianna Corrado, Miguel Cotto Jr., Gregory Cotto Velez, Zachary Cox, Cale Krieger Jr., Sanaya Darby, Madison Darmstadt, Naja Davis, James Day, Jack Deemer, Peyton Deemer, Kaylani De Leon, Christian Delgadio Greenidge, Biondi Delmas, Nicole DeMarie, Patrick D'Amelia, Jakai Dennis McLean, Jacob Dezen, Elijah Diaz, Azane Diggs, Diego Delone Ortega, Gabriela Denise Da Silva, Connor Disbrow. Raekwon Dixon. Robert Donnelly. Matthew D'Onofrio. Connor Doherty. Khalees Douglas. Hayden Easterday. Dylan Emery. Jason Emmel. Christopher Epps. Claudia Fatoyano Garcia. Andrew Farley. Christian Farley. Jonathan Fazone. Ryan Ferguson. Aylin Fersh. Gabriella Ferretto. Jameer Fisher. Roisin Flanagan. Dylan Flynn. Joanna Fonseca Garcia. Jonathan Fortuna. Thomas Foss. Zachary Frank. Jared Frazier. Kitana Friday Johnson.
Roderick Friday Johnson. Aaron Fulse. Ella Gagliardi. Brandon Gaines. Deanna Gaiton. Rachel Galapo. Lucas Garabo. Brian Garate. Haley Garcia. Jasmine Garcia. Nicholas Garcia. Andrew Giacomilli. Nyasia Gill. Eli Glasgow. Alexandra Goebel. Alexia Gonzalez. Thomas Godell. Talisa Gordon. Derek Green Jr. Jordan Greenmeyer. Peter Griesmeyer Jr. Cadence Griffin. Robert Griffiths. Terrell Grossman. Stephanie Grube. Jacob Gumlock. Stephen Gural. Matthew Gurniak. Jasmine Handra. Mankaran Handra. Aiden Harkin. Alexa Harlick. Michael Harwell III. Dominic Havlick. Jacob Haycock. Kenneth Hayes Jr. Melanie Hendrickton. Alec Hernandez. Arlie Hernandez. Brenna Heasel. Matthew Highcade. Wajira Hill. Eliana Hickson. Adam Halenka. Andrew Hotch. Cody Hopkins. Emma Haran. Tessa Howe. Luke Hunter. Joseph Inamorado. Samuel Jagiello. Tanner James. Brock James Frucci. Nathaniel Johnson. Devin Jones. Ivan Jones. Mason Jupinka. Mariana Juvenal Gomez. Nathaniel Cathan. Gersamron Kaur. Bethel Kabibi. Ashlyn Keenan. Lauren Kelson. Keith Kerr. Yusuf Khatib. Christopher Kinney. Breshawn Mack. Christopher Bruce Kinney. Zane Kirchner. Zariah Kirchner. Lane Kirk. Olivia Kissinger. Aliyah Kita. Liberty Kleinfeld. Zachary Cochran. Adriana Contustanu. Jessica Corbobo. Ashley Cribbs. Amir Kusevich. Blake Keener. Madison LeConte. Jalen Lamboy. Armel Lassiter. Sophia Leahy. Josh LeGrand. Cameron Lelko. Kiera Lewis. Iden Lee. Vic Lynn. Julia Lithwaite. Amy Lowe. Corey Longacre. Amelia Lopes. Lena Lopes. Elijah Lopez. Miguel Lopez. Katie Lopez Ramirez. Amaya Lowe. Jacob Lukashonik. Teresa Luongo. Kaylee Lynn. Kalei Lynn. Sean Macapago. Brandon Mack. Breshawn Mack. Jack Malavarka. Alexander Malia. Jacob Manish. Adam Mansauer. Sean Merrick. Maya Maria Capello. Lisbeth Marquez. Claudia Martel. Cadence Martin. Andrew Martinez. Natalia Martinez. Timothy Mason III. Louis Mata. Michael Maudsley. Elizabeth McCabe. Donald McConnell. Breonna McGee. Benjamin Melcher. Nicholas Malillo. Joel Malitsky. Jose Mendez. Danielle Mestel. Jahad Middleton. Ashlyn Miller. Jacob Miller. Justin Miller. Aaron Mills. Stefan Miltovich. Catherine Minchin. Karen Mojica Yoristigi. Ezekiel Montez. Vincent Morales. Jake Morrow.
Emily Motley. Colin Murphy. Sean Myers. Barana Navarette. Hadley Nodes. Thomas Nolstadt. Genesis Nunn. Dominic Olesic. Nicholas Olszewski. Sean O'Neill. Kyra Cassandra Ordana. Juan Ortega Sarmento. Madeline Orth. Peter Ortelaza. James Polito. Amanda Parr. Zachary Payran. Christopher Buster Penrose. Liana Peralto. Destiny Perez. Isabella Perez. Paris Perez. Guillermo Perez Cruz. Marissa Perea. Timothy Pearson Jr. Emmanuel Pierre. David Pearson. Maxwell Poku. Sarah Price. Ryan Prontnicki. Michaela Perarto. Jazania Cueles. Sierra Canones. Omar Qureshi. Madison Rakakis. Selena Ramjatan. Hakeem Ransdell. Shaheem Ransdell. Lauren Rottenberg. Corley Reed. Taylor Reed. Michael Riley. Melanie Reyes Munoz. Shayna Ridner. Jason Rister. Kayla Rivera. Philip Rivera Gonzalez. Jake Rodriguez. Samantha Rodriguez. Jordan Rogers. Leocadia Rolls. Sloan Rooney. Kayana Rose. Katya Saad. Gabriela Salas. Haley Sanchez. Isaiah Sandoval Mendez. Riley Sands. Sabine Santana. Riley Santuaso. Thomas Gorderi. William Sievers. Nestor Sebastian III. Maggie Seagraves. Gabriel Severs. Samantha Siedelhofer. Eric Sardashny. Luke Slack. Jaden Slack Zapax. Brianna Smith. Jonathan Smith. Sarah Smith. Noah Smiley. Jonathan Soul. Hunter Squanti. Jocelyn Stanless. Brian Statulitis. Sean Statulitis. Amber Stefano. Adam Steidel. Courtney Steinmans. Ryan Stewart. Abigail Stinson. Kiana Stone. Ariana Stout. Acadian Strauss. Brian Stucker. Kirsten Suarez. Valerie Saruda. Kaylee Sutherland. Serenity Tabor. Mary Teta. Charles Thomas. Ryan Thomas. Carly Tejan. Maximiliano Tolosa. Stella Uvery. Aisha Underwood. Allison Vatcha. Jeffrey Vandeveer. Dominic Vangeli. Emma Vangeli. Emmanuel Vargas. Nina Vecchioni. Jeremy Velasquez. Liliana Velez. Emily Bidell. Abigail Boat. Marvin Wayne III. Savannah Wadsworth. Lindsay Wombold. Edwin Ward IV. Malik Warren. Kiana Watson. Anthony Weaver. Sakaya Weaver. Lindsay Waitman. Marissa Wenzel. Henry White. Victoria White. Tayshawn Williams Jr. Brandon Wills. Kayan Woodard. Hannah Wovna. Michaela Wovna. Ona Winecoop. Amber Zahir Olhak. Tyler Zahn. Carlos Zaruma Saturos. Nathaniel Zestowney. Brian Zinnin. Caitlin Zinn.
How about a round of applause? And now, graduates, move your tassels from right to left. And on behalf of your families at home, your friends and relatives who are so excited and proud of you, I applaud you. Thank you. Today, the class of 2022 has chosen a very special way to celebrate and remember their transition from high school to the next chapter of their lives. So, led by Mr. Tom DiGiovanni, our senior choir members will sing The Good Old Days. Senior choir members. Thank you, Mr. D. Thank you, Mr. D, and thank you to the senior choir members. One of the time-honored traditions of Phillipsburg High School commencement is the symbolic passing of the mantle of leadership from the senior class to the junior class. Senior class President Khalees Douglas will now present the mantle of leadership to junior class officer Brooke Hunter. You go ahead and read.
As we, the senior class of Phillipsburg High School, graduate, we leave behind many happy memories, but we now look forward to life's many experiences. Behind us are the many challenges and responsibilities that confront all seniors. On behalf of our classmates, we present this mantle as a token of the leadership that seniors have always held. May you, the next graduating class, carry on that tradition of leadership in its very finest sense.
On behalf of my fellow classmates, I assume the symbol of leadership passed to our class. As class officer, I vow to carry on those finest traditions that 147 classes before us have borne. This I promise for our class.
Thank you, Khalees, and thank you, Brooke. The senior who earns the highest academic average in the graduating class has the distinction of being named the valedictorian and is also recognized by presenting the valedictory address at commencement. As such, it is my pleasure to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2022, Julia Patterson. Julia is the daughter of Vivian and Craig Patterson. She's the president of the National Honor Society, as well as the vice president of the Student Council and chair of the tutoring committee of the Key Club. Julia also serves as a student representative for the Phillipsburg Board of Education. She is the team captain for the girls lacrosse team and the team goalie, and she's the recipient of the West Point Society Lehigh Valley's Dwight D. Eisenhower Leadership Award for Outstanding Leader of Character. Julia has completed research at Rutgers University, and she is published in the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers Electronic Digital Explorer Library and Journal. And she plans to attend Brown University this fall to study biomedical engineering. Julia Patterson.
Good morning, Dr. Troxel, Dr. Scanlon, Board of Education, family, friends, and most importantly, my fellow graduates in the class of 2022. It is such an honor to be speaking in front of you all today. I'm gonna be honest, when I first started writing this thing, I had absolutely no idea what to say. So I decided to do what our generation does best, turn to Google for help. But when I typed in funny graduation speeches on YouTube, all I could think was, wow, these people are nerds, couldn't be me. Well, my last option was now pretty obvious, so I shut my computer and decided instead to scroll through TikTok for some inspiration. But that's who we are, the class of procrastinators and social media influencers. The last 4 years here at Phillipsburg High School have been nothing short of eventful, but I'm glad that we all made it. We've all grown so much from freshman year to now, and it's crazy to think that just a few short years ago, we were still telling ourselves that quarantine would only last for 2 weeks. Hey, let's look on the bright side. We all learned a lot these past 4 years, like how waking up at 5 a.m. for senior assassin isn't the smartest idea. I learned during Powder Puff just how terrible I am at throwing a football. And we all learned this past week to remember to bring sunscreen to graduation practice. Despite all of this, I'm grateful that all of Phillipsburg's traditions could bring us closer together as a graduating class. Honestly, fellow graduates, we made it through a lot of obstacles. Quarantining, the school Wi-Fi, seeing everyone's acne again when the mask mandate was lifted. Whew. And yet we made it, and I think that the most important thing we've learned over the last 4 years is how much we need each other and this community to succeed. High school would be nothing without the people that made it so memorable. For example, nobody could scream as loud as Ben and Maddie Darm to start the cheers at football games. Nobody could hype us up as much as Terry did during the pep rally. Nobody could sing like Emma and Maya in Guys and Dolls, throw a football like Tristan and Jakai, pin someone faster than James Day and David Pearson, sprint faster than Ferg and Allie Bohall, and win a state championship for the first time since 1999 like our field hockey players. I'd say the class of 2022 was pretty historic. Not only were school records broken, but after missing out on so much and jumping right back in, we really deserve a round of applause. Next, I'd like to take a moment on behalf of myself and my fellow graduates to thank the people that have brought us here today. First, I'd like to thank all of the teachers. Graduates, even if you didn't like coming to school every day, I'd like to ask you to think of just one teacher that made a difference in your life. Did you ever thank them? I got to take this opportunity to thank my favorite teacher, Mr. Ginzali, for inspiring me to work hard and have fun. Next, I got to thank my best friends, Haley, Peyton, Mason, other Peyton, Bree, and Maddie. Thank you guys for all of our beach trips, coffee runs, movie nights, and everything in between. I would also like to thank my family. To my older brother, Matthew, thank you for always having my back and teaching me how to live a balanced life. Mom and Dad, without you, I would never be standing here today. Thank you for the constant guidance, reassurance, and encouragement. Mom and Dad, I know you think my goals include being successful, but my only true goal is to live with as much love and happiness as you've given me. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Finally, thank yourself. Thank yourself for having the courage to stand up after you fall and for showing up despite the half-hour drive up and down the hill every day. Yeah. If nobody tells you today, I'm so proud of you and congratulations, graduates. This isn't goodbye, though. I'll see you all in a few weeks in Seaside First Week, going to the beach, boardwalk, and doing, well, I can't really say. Sorry, Dad. Let's just hope that the weather is better than it was on Senior Skip Day. I truly wish you all the best in whichever direction you choose in this life. And before I leave this stage, I would like to leave you all with this. Be phenomenal or be forgotten. Sink or swim. And in the words of poet and philosopher, gonna drip or drown. Thank you.
Thank you, Julia. Parents, families, and friends, I want to thank you for being here today. I want to thank you for being role models for these young people. Thank you for sacrificing so they could have, while sometimes you went without. And graduates, in just a few minutes, our ceremony will be over, and you'll have the rest of the day to celebrate with family and friends and get ready to make your mark. And by now, you've learned there is no perfect time to start working. And despite the obstacles that are set before you, it is always your choice to either fall short or to go around or over whatever lies in your way. That's the only way to grow. It is the only way to succeed. And you'll soon leave Maloney Stadium and Phillipsburg High School, and you'll celebrate. But please make sure you also take a few moments to read the letter in your diploma cover. Don't forget the important steps of the journey that brought you here today. At some point, you did everything for the first time, but as the letter says, you're now a different person from that small child trying to figure out their first day. You're strong, you are resilient, and ready to step forward. Your accomplishments in academics, athletics, and the arts are impressive, but what really turns heads is that character and potential to be a leader. And I'm talking about Brianna Smith and Kayla Rivera, who have already graduated from Warren County Community College 3 weeks ago with their associate's degree. I'm talking about Eliana Hickson, who received her Gold Award in Girl Scouts. Jacob Miller, Ryan Stucker, Will Sievers, Craig Eagleberger, Michael Riley, and Nathaniel Johnson achieved Eagle in the Boy Scouts, and 10 other graduates who have chosen to serve our country in one of the armed forces. Brian Shiravalli, Dylan Emery, Thomas Foss, Deanna Gaetan, Eli Glasgow, Adam Hlinka, Zachary Cochran, Jose Mendez, Jacob Miller, Kayana Rose, and Jeremy Velasquez, we thank you for your service. And finally, remember that it really does mean something to call yourself a liner. And remember the true values of family, friendship, service, and commitment to excellence. They have all been instilled within you. So congratulations, class of 2022. Now, graduates, please rise, and once again, before you leave the stadium with the help of Mr. Fleming and the band, raise your voices singing the Phillipsburg High School alma mater. One more time. And now, graduates, as you pick up your caps and find your tassels, you'll recess out the stadium and you'll follow the Board of Education up the 2 stairwells where someone will help direct you up the stairs. Thank you so much, family and friends, for being here. And we please ask that you remain seated while the graduates leave the stadium. Board of Education, would you please lead the graduates? Down the stairs.